Good evening, everybody. This is Extreme News with your friend Ralph Tresvant. Information getting to us today was that the killings of the Fulani hunters in Uromili was orchestrated as a result of their own perpetration in the recent times in Edo State, where they murdered many farmers in their farmland, many people in various Edo communities, and disappeared into thin air because it is obviously indicated that the Fulani herders, killer Fulani herders, have actually occupied almost the whole Edo State forest, which was why they, perpetrated that bloody act in Edo State recently. And as a result of the fear of at least being invaded again and started buying people, the Edolites, after discovering many Fulani, hunters, herder killers in a trailer, properly concealed or hid in a trailer with tarpaulin. If you look at that trailer, it looked like Dangote trailer. You would actually even insinuate the content of the trailer were bags of cement or iron rod. But at the end of the day, they were all arms, well hidden in the trailer. Who on earth in southern Nigeria would not have at least had the fear that these people are coming for another bloody incursion in Edo State? After their previous perpetration left many Edolites, dead. Many were missing. Many were raped. Many houses were burgled. Most of the farmlands with their slums were touched down with fire by these Fulani Marubas. The Fulani Janjaweed has over the years, found it pleasure on invading and, occupying southern Nigeria forest and farmland, and federal government forces have not been able to checkmate their excesses and unnecessary encroachment in the southern Nigeria. So the Edolites, the people of Bini, the people of Uromili, that's the Asian, actually had the fear of the unknown that they might unleash another terror on their people in their own land as well, which was why they actually, verged out their anger on these herders from Sahel, Africa. And today we are looking forward to see how DSS, Nigerian military forces, the police and other paramilitary, forces in Nigeria would actually explain reasons and why the Edolites, people from Uromili, Asians, would not have behaved the way they actually, behaved some days ago now. Listen and listen good. It is very difficult to believe that invaders, Fulanis, are more regarded, more sacrosanct than ordinary Nigerians, original indigenes of this country. They actually made the Fulani bush dwellers Nigerian first-class citizens, while their Igbo counterparts, Urobos, Isoko, Yoruba, and so on and so forth, are the last class on the bottom table of, pyramid of classification in Nigeria. So tell me how the Edolites, how Yorubas, how the other tribes will not have reacted the way Uromili people, the Asians, actually reacted on the invaders that were armed to the teeth. I don't want to know whether a local gun or AK-47 or AK machine guns. Weapons are weapons. And yet, they have not been able to tell us why they actually left the arable land, empty land, where most species of all the animals in the world, at least, are living. Then they are coming to kill, is it rat or rabbit? What are the animals you are going to discover in Edo State today? that would have lured these hunters into coming for a pastime or to hunt for game in Edo State. I tell you, in those days, game hunters, people that are going for pastime or expedition like that, are always targeting where you have, good numbers of grass cutters, antelope, iguana, alligators, crows, everywhere, rather than at least looking for what is not obtainable in a region like southern Nigeria. The north is bigger, very, very bigger than the vast land of southern Nigeria. So I don't know their motive, but God knows. And actually, every average Nigerian, every average Hausa man, every average Yoruba, Igbo man, Urobo man, Isoko man, Ibibio man actually had the premonition that they were coming to hunt, for farmers to hunt, for women to hunt, for villagers to buy them and occupy their land. Look at the level at which they were concealed inside the trailer, tightly hidden there, that only the eagle eyes of these communities, members of these communities, actually, figured out that their intention and notion was not for good. And actually, you can see what actually transpired. They were coming to hunt. They were coming to mine. They were coming to cause melees in the communities in Edo State. But actually, Nemesis has caught up with them. I always tell Nigerians that Nemesis, Kama, they are no longer foreigners. They are everywhere on the earth. So it was as a result of retribution that actually these human hunters, murderers were hunted down when they were on a mission to hunt the Edolites. When the bush hunter is caught or arrested, you will actually see reasons why people do not, anymore have conscience. The youths, the Fulani Marubas, they could not even ask for forgiveness. They were sitting down in procession, waiting for a call to come from the north to actually inform the police that they are interested on those people apprehended in that community, so that they will be making calls all across the whole police stations, police commands in the southern Nigeria. Maybe perhaps a police officer, all those high-ranking, excuse me, might call the communities in order to actually tell them that they are interested in those cases. That was how it used to be in Nigeria. If Fulani man commits or kill or maim a southerner in Nigeria, you will see a call put across or coming across from the police hierarchy, the highest rank, to leave them. That is actually what is going on in Nigeria. Once their language is spoken, rankadede, and Hausa man will go free. Doesn't matter if it's as a force headquarter Umuahia. It doesn't matter if it is from a force headquarter Abuja, force headquarter Obalande, anywhere, Milverton even. The Hausas will put calls across. If care is not taken, the call might come from Sadwana or Sokoto or Emir of Kano. And all these wicked, heinous, callous perpetrators would just go free easily. They will let them off the hook. That is why today in the military, in the Nigerian police, the Hausas are the highest in number, because they are there to at least subjugate their southern counterpart to unnecessary slavery. But we've seen the aftermath of what happened in those states today. Igbo man is the one that has used his head to inherit all the pains, to inherit all the blames, to be on the receiving, let me say, excruciating, painful end. You see it, 18-seater bus occupied by Igbo passengers. Either they were going to Kano State, or they were coming from Kano State down to southeastern Nigeria. All of a sudden, the Fulani Marobas, Fulani headers ambushed the bus without knowing the occupants from the extraction where they come from. Because if anything happens to Hausa man or Fulani man in the southern Nigeria, they will all believe they are Nyamiri. Nyamiri meaning they are the Igbos. Igbos are innocent. Igbos are not occupying Edo State. The people occupying Edo State have been denied over the years. They are not Igbos. But today the Fulanis have at least maimed and unalived the wrong people, the Igbos, accusing them of that third act, bloody act. They did not even partake on perpetrating. But today, let us see how federal government, Tinubu administration will handle this issue. Because they would have known the government of Nigeria is now hunting down the perpetrators. But they are not hunting down the perpetrators that set the passenger bus that is going to down southeastern Nigeria. They are not hunting them. Nobody is looking for the perpetrators because actually it's happening in the north. The setting ablaze of Deborah Samuel is part of the story that could actually be a good rejoinder, yes, of what I'm telling you. Deborah Samuel was killed, set ablaze. How many years now? No inquiry, no perpetrator was arrested. Newspapers are not writing. Even on social media, we did not know the fate of that boy, that HAUSA boy that was joking, dancing and rejoicing that he was the one that ignited the last matches that caused the inferno, fiery furnace of fire that actually burnt Deborah Samuel to death today, into ashes. But we have now seen what happened in Edo State. Federal government of Nigeria is after the community, the Asian community, Oromli in Edo State, to hunt them down and bring them to justice. Who are going to hunt the perpetrators of what just happened in Kano Street, so that they should be brought to justice as well and bring them to court. Nobody cares when an Igbo man dies. Nobody cares when Nnamdi Kanu is down in the jungle without committing any offense. Nobody dare ask why Samuel Ekpa has been accused of all manners of animosities, hostilities, and bloody, perpetration in the southeastern Nigeria, where the governors of that region are minding their political business, making money from the present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They have been often extorting and getting money, receiving huge fat income from their Fulani masters, who actually are responsible for their political positions in the southeast today. All the allocations going down to that region are just ending up on the pockets, inside the accounts of these various